What's going on? Dalton here, back with another episode of DC Collects. Today we're going over my best Marvel Funko Pop pickups of 2022. Let's get collecting. Okay guys, so 2022 was a great year for me for Marvel Funko Pop pickups. As usual, my collection grew pretty significantly, and again, making this top 10 list, much like my soda list that I just dropped yesterday, it was a really hard list to make, I won't lie. But I did narrow it down to my top 10 pickups, and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. And starting off at number 10, I do have the Wolverine comic cover. I am just a massive fan of Wolverine and the X-Men in general, but I do really love this comic cover as well. Also, the pop is just super accurate to, obviously, the comics because it's a comic book cover pop, but I just think it really shows the true form of Wolverine. That suit is super iconic, and the cool thing about that suit is, too, that the teasers we've been seeing about Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. It looks like he's going to be donning this suit, which I think will make this comic book cover definitely rise significantly in price. So if you see this on store shelves and you want it, I'd pick it up when you see it. I will just give you guys a shot of the back. As you can see, there's like Magneto, Sabretooth, bunch of villains that Wolverine pretty much just wiped out. Full moon, symbolic of the wolf howling at the moon. It's just really sick pop. Like, Funko did a great job with these comic covers. They are a little bit bigger, but what do you want for a comic cover, right? So I think that's super sick. And that's my number 10. Coming in at number 9. So this is Yelena from the Hawkeye Disney Plus series that dropped just before Christmas last year. And I was lucky enough to pick up the chase at this year's Toronto Fan Expo. So I ended up picking up a few pops that made the top 10 there, just because there is such a massive selection, and it's a great way to be able to look at the pops in person and make sure they're authentic and make purchases that you maybe wouldn't want to make online. But I really do like this Yelena chase. I love the night vision goggles that she's got going on. I also think that this is a bit of a sleeper too, guys. Essentially, Yelena is going to be the new Black Widow in the MCU, and she's already confirmed to be in the Thunderbolts lineup, the future MCU movie that has already been confirmed. And I just think that she's going to become a really popular character. I don't think you can ever replace Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson, but I do think that she will be a nice filler. She's super funny in all the movies, and I think that that chase is going to get really popular here in the future. Okay, coming in at number 8, I have the glow-in-the-dark Chase Pop-in-a-Box exclusive Ironheart. So this is also a really sick pop. Also, I did grab this at the Fan Expo I was just talking about. So there was a lot of sick pops there. Yeah, this year's Fan Expo was super sick. I found a lot of pops that I was looking for, and it was awesome because I was able to see them and make sure the boxes were in great condition and get the ones I really wanted. I really like this Ironheart. I just want to show you the back of the box. It says Riri Williams. So she did make her debut in the MCU in the new movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I think she did an awesome job. The actor portraying Ironheart. That was probably the one downside to Wakanda Forever for me, is that they didn't, I don't think, give Ironheart enough respect. Like, she didn't look as powerful as I think she is, but she's definitely going to be a pivotal character in the MCU moving forward. So again, I think this pop, it's probably hovering just under $100 Canadian right now, but if you can find it for like $80, I still think that'd be a good pickup because she's going to be an important character in the MCU, and I just think this pop is going to become harder to find and more sought after as time goes on. They're not all chases, I promise. This one, so this was actually a pickup from the other day. We went Funko Pop hunting in a huge mall. I'll link that video up in the corner for you guys. but this is the Entertainment Earth exclusive glow-in-the-dark Loki with scepter. So I love it when Funko does this. They just went back and made a pop from the original Avengers movie. So some of those pops, the original Avengers pops, are way out of reach for some collectors. So to be able to find this on a store shelf and say that you have part of the Avengers collection is pretty cool. The detail on this pop is just amazing though, guys. His suit, crown or horns, whatever you want to call them, and super accurate too. Like, some people are kind of bummed that just the jewel in the scepter glows, but if you think about it, that's the only thing that would glow on him, so it just makes sense, and I actually think it's just the perfect little touch to add to this absolutely marvelous piece, no pun intended. But yeah, that's why I already have it in a hard stack. This is a definite future grail in my opinion. Okay, so coming in at number 6, I am choosing my Doctor Strange chase from the Multiverse of Madness, and this is just such a sick chase. He's basically just wearing a different outfit. It's just a different paint job, but I love how it's basically like his astral form, and you can see all the eyes on his cape and everything like that. Like, this is honestly a sick chase, and I like the metallic border that they put on the box too, and they also did a metallic insert for the background, so it just really gives this pop a really wicked display presence. And I still don't think it's selling too high, to be honest with you. You could probably get it for about 50 or 60 bucks. To me, I think Doctor Strange is a really popular character. He's definitely really pivotal to the MCU, super powerful character, and I think all of his rarer pops will be valuable in the future. And again, I just think it makes an amazing display piece and definitely deserves the hard stack. Okay, so coming in at number 5, I do have my Green Goblin Walgreens exclusive chase. So this is the metallic exclusive chase, and I just love this pop. I think I've mentioned it before, but metallic exclusive or chase is my favorite variant. I know it's definitely not the most popular in the Funko Pop collecting community, but for some reason I just love it. I love the metallic look. I love how the light hits it, especially when you're trying to display the piece. And for some characters, the metallic just works so awesome, and I think the Green Goblin is a great example of that. But not only do I love the paint, but it is super detailed. His hat has like the perfect little folds in it. The pumpkin bomb is just absolutely sickly detailed. Looks exactly like the ones from the cartoon, so I was just really impressed by this pop, and it's definitely one of my favorite Marvel chases. Okay, coming in at number 5, I have my Punisher chase. So this is from the Netflix Daredevil series. This is definitely a super sick pop. So you can see the Common, he's just holding his machine gun basically. And then the chase is him holding Daredevil's bloody helmet and his pistol. So very epic scene. This pop almost gives you the chills, like, you know, he just did something pretty bad to Daredevil. So it's just super sick. And I did mention this in a previous video before. We do have a confirmed Disney Plus series. That's going to be Daredevil Born Again. And it looks like they're reprising all of the old actors' roles from the Netflix Daredevil series. So that means that the actor that played Punisher in the Daredevil series will likely be returning, and that is going to make this chase go up even more in value. It's already around $100 pop right now. I was lucky and caught it before it went up, but this pop I think still has some room to grow in price, that's for sure. Okay, coming in at number 4, I have my 2,000 piece Freddy Funko as Carnage Metallic. So this was from the Blacklight Battle from the box of 2022 box of fun this year, and wow, what a sick lineup of Freddys they had for that box of fun this year. When I saw all the Marvel that was in there, I was just so stoked, and I had to get my hands on these limited piece Freddys. It just wasn't really an option for me. Again, this is the metallic version, Freddy Funko as Carnage, and this is definitely one of my grails, guys. Super happy to have this in my collection, and lucky. I just love Marvel, and this is like one of my most prized possessions, definitely. So the next 4 pops are it. Moving on to number 3, the top 3 was definitely the toughest, but I have my 4,000 piece Freddy Funko as Spider-Man, again from the Blacklight Battle Box of Fun this year. This is just super sick. A lot of people said they were kind of lazy because they're just head swaps, but for me, I love the head swap, especially on the Spider-Man, because this is essentially what Peter Parker, there actually is a Peter Parker pop, Kamikaze exclusive, but this is what he would look like unmasked, and then he just has the red crown. So I actually think they did a great job with this, and trust me when I say that this is going to be a valuable pop in the future. It may not, it's still, I think it's already selling for around $300 to $400, but by this time next year it'll be a lot more than that, I can tell you that. But yeah, I love how he just has the OG iconic suit on. Nothing too fancy, but he does have the stand. He's in the flying pose. Wicked pop. Again, super lucky to have that in my collection, and another one of my grails. Okay, coming in at number 2 on the list. This one's a heavy hitter. So this is the 1,000 piece Freddy Funko as Thor metallic. So they did also have a common that was limited to 4,000 pieces that wasn't metallic. Personally, this year in the Box of Fun, I think a lot of the pops that would have been more popular other years got overlooked because there was so much variety of wicked Freddy Funkos in there. So yeah, they were a must to pick up for me, and I'm super happy to have these 3 Freddys in my collection. They will forever be in my collection. I can't see me ever selling these. They're my prized possessions, so really love that, and can't wait to show you guys number 1. If you guys are enjoying this content, consider hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. I make 4 to 5 videos a week on all things Funko, so if that's something you're into, hit that little bell. That way you'll be notified when I come out with more content. Thanks guys, it helps the channel out a ton, and I really appreciate it. So this was at the Fan Expo again, guys, and I had talked about getting a signed Stan Lee Funko Pop while he was alive, and it was like on the bucket list, but of course unfortunately he passed away, so that's not going to happen. And when we saw this, when I say we, me and my wife at the Fan Expo, she would not let me leave the booth without purchasing it. So it does have the Stan Lee Excelsior sticker there. Yeah, definitely my most valuable pop in my collection, and it will forever be my most treasured pop, just because Stan Lee himself, almost gives me goosebumps to think that he touched this with a marker. Like, it's kind of unreal to me, and he's almost one of my childhood heroes. Just the joy that Marvel has brought me in my life and done for me, and that was created by him. Like, I can never really thank him enough. So it's just super sick pop. Definitely my most prized possession, and I can't see me ever getting another pop that would beat it. But I will just show you the side. So he's wearing the black suit with my pop, but I love his suit of armor and his weapon that he has. Yeah, definitely a super sick pop. But I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 Marvel Funko Pop pickups for 2022. I know 2023 is going to bring some great things. I'm super excited for the future of this channel. You guys have been super supportive. Thanks for all the love and support. I really appreciate it. But that's all I have for you in today's video. We'll catch you in the next one.